In the dynamic world of B2B commerce, Moglix stands as a beacon of innovation and efficiency. By harnessing cutting-edge technology, unparalleled expertise, and a relentless commitment to customer satisfaction, Moglix redefines the B2B landscape, empowering businesses to thrive in ever-evolving marketplace. Hello everyone, this is Prachi Tiwari for SME Futures, and today we are interacting with Sandeep Goyal, the Managing Director of Moglix, to know what strategies and insights propelled Moglix from a promising newcomer to a market leader.
This is Sandeep Goyal, Managing Director at Moglix. So we started off in 2015. Core focus was transforming B2B commerce. GST acted as a big growth propeller for us because that made the business easier, encouraged the vendor consolidation part. So that was a big milestone. Our digital first approach played a big role in making us large. I think some of the enablers in our journey, the top one was, of course, digital. We are a tech-first organization, so we use tech to our advantage. Second part was ops excellence, because it's a very operationally intensive with 40 warehouses across the country. You have to run the operations in tandem. And third was the people strength. So if you see, we are very selective about our leadership team, about ops team. We invest a lot on the training side. So if you see, our competition was, and even today is, the offline distributor. When we started launching our platforms, made the buying easier for customers, offered them several other value propositions, that helped us build a credible business. So it's at three levels. One is people-related measures, where code of conduct, non-disclosure, our employees sign all those agreements and we enforce it at people level. Second is the process part, where we have different audits being conducted to ensure that the data leakage is not there. And third is the technology, where we have a very strong access control framework, ensuring authorization and authentication is in place through technology platforms. We are a very data-intensive organization, and we leverage data from two aspects. One is the whole generative AI, the ChatGPT revolution you're saying, in terms of generating the content. Second is the whole machine learning part, where right from user behavior analysis, spend analysis, patterns in buying, etc. B2B commerce is very different than B2C. In B2C, you have a user coming onto the portal, adding things to the cart and then checking out. In enterprise customer, the process configuration is very different. People use ERPs to place the order. Ultimately, the order has to get issued from ERP. So for seamless end-to-end integration, we have to plug in with customer ERPs. Today, our platform integrates with all major ERPs that the customer use, and almost 65% of my orders are flowing directly from customer's ERP to us, where there is no manual effort required. There are close to 45 industrial clusters, right from Baddi in Himachal, Coimbatore in South, Silvassa in West, Guwahati in East. So we analyze all these clusters, and we are present in close to 37 of them today. So that gives us coverage within Pan-India. Then outside India, we analyze the markets. We came out with Southeast Asia and Middle East as the prominent market for us. Second is the portfolio of products expansion, where we very closely analyze the spend of the industry, where the gaps are, and that leads the roadmap of whether we'll get into packaging, whether we'll get into custom manufacturing, etc. Today, if you see, we are not just a distribution company, we are into manufacturing as well. So there the India macro has played a role. We basically have our own warehouses. So these are inventory light. We are not inventory heavy company, but we control the end-to-end supply chain. Second is we have our own fleet. So if the delivery to the customer is within 200 kilometers radius from our warehouse, we deliver it on our own. Change management, I would say, is the biggest thing. But good part is what B2C has done to Indian consumer is they are used to ordering online, tracking online. So when we bring the same construct onto the enterprise side, they are very open. And once they experience, they get more and more accustomed to it, and then we have a strong framework to show them a return on investment, which makes it stronger. IoT is right now, I would say, while it's been around for quite some time in India, as a whole, adoption is a bit limited. There are some of our customers who use IoT for fault prediction, and based on that, they start ordering spare parts, etc., which is what we supply to them. Second part where automation is getting used and that we are trying to encourage as much as possible is the vending machine based deployment, where you have vending machine in plant stores, and when someone has to issue a material or a tool, they don't have to follow the manually dependent processes. They can go to a vending machine, just like how you dispense a Coke or a snack from a vending machine. We are starting to install vending machines at customers' plant. Our warehouse team has started deploying electric vehicles for the logistics. So the logistics that we handle, we are starting to use electric vehicles over there. Second is we have a packaging business unit where we are doing a large initiative on sustainable packaging side of things. And third is overall in our manufacturing businesses, we are starting to move towards lower carbon footprint and then have our machinery as well as processes aligned to that. So our entire strategy is around ensuring we are adding value to customers and we are scaling. If you see the macro tailwinds in India around manufacturing, and it's coming out to be one of the most prominent geographies, growing geographies in the world, I think we are at the right place at right time. I think from India point of view, judiciary will be one of the big things. A lot of things have got reformed. The infrastructure has gone through a lot of change. I think next reform will be more on the judiciary front, where IP protection or some of these things are still relatively weak in India. In terms of culture, what we follow is a very hands-on leadership part. Slowly, if you will see, the concept of program management, project management is going away. It's basically you're a subject matter expert, hands-on leader, and you're working with your team on execution.
The evolution of Moglix from a startup to a unicorn stands as a testament to the power of vision, perseverance, and strategic execution. Moglix has not only disrupted the industrial e-commerce sector, but also set new benchmarks for success in the startup ecosystem. As Moglix continues to chart new territories and redefines possibilities, its journey serves as an inspiration for aspiring entrepreneurs and a beacon of hope for the future of innovation and growth.